One of Us is Lying, Season 2, Everything We Know. Well, Season 1 ended in a way that was most definitely set up for a second season. So I thought it'd be worth sharing the latest news and my theories and predictions for the new season. So, here is One of Us is Lying, Season 2, Everything We Know. Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers. The story. With the story of Season 1 wrapping up in a natural way with the group finding out that Jake was the killer of Simon, Jake ending up being shot, and the group being in the clear. However, the show finished on a cliffhanger that made it clear that somebody out there saw what went down in the woods on that night of Jake's party. I think Season 2 is going to have a similar feel to the movie I Know What You Did Last Summer, where the group are being blackmailed into doing things to keep the secret of that night under wraps. So the big question is, who could be the person behind the text messages to the group? Well, I've got a couple of theories. My first theory is that Vanessa is behind the texts that are being sent to the group. Although she was passed out on the bed in the party, there was a lot of noise and commotion going on, which could have led her to follow it all and witness what unfolded. She is also stating this to her newly acquired 20,000 followers on social media, so she has no problem coming forward with it. She also has multiple motives. One, because Addie cheated on Jake with her current boyfriend, TJ, although they weren't together at the time. But more importantly, the group got Miss Avery fired after she assisted Vanessa outside of school, leading her parents to find out. So this could be completely plausible. Another theory I have about a culprit is Maeve. We see in the final shot of Season 1 the camera focusing on her walking outside of the cafeteria, which leads me to believe that she didn't receive a text. There is also a focus of her picking up her phone and her having it in her hands as she departs from the area. She wasn't there that night, so she wouldn't have received a text. However, she knew all that was going on with the group and was never really a strong part of it. We often hear that she feels as though she lives in her sister Bronwyn's shadow, so that could be one of the main reasons for doing so. Another suspect could be Miss Avery. She lost everything due to the group going to the police, and it resulted in no further progression of the case. She lost her job and her reputation is now in ruin, so there is definitely a motive for revenge there. Although she wouldn't have been in the area, part of the previous theory of Vanessa witnessing it could lead her to tell Miss Avery, and the blackmailing could begin from there. The final theory that I have is that TJ could be another person who is behind the text messages. He was once Jake's best friend and would likely still care about him. He could have arrived at the party and noticed all that was going on. He could have followed the group and witnessed it from afar. He would have multiple motives due to the fact that he would have lost a friend, but also the fact that he was accused about Simon multiple times by the group in Season 1, so he may want a bit of payback. The cast. With no major deaths or arrests in the show other than Simon and Jake, I think it's safe to say that all of the main characters will be returning in the show. So that means we'll likely see Bronwyn, Cooper, Nate, Addie, Maeve, Janae, Vanessa, TJ, and all of the family members return. The release date. The release date is something that is currently unknown for Season 2 of the show. This show was previously aired on a different platform before Netflix acquired it, and it's also based off of the novel. With it only just being released, Netflix tends to take between 2 and 4 weeks before the announcement of the commissioning of a new season. This is so they can see the success that it's had and measure if it's worthwhile financially for them to continue with it. It shot to number 3 in the trending charts in 24 hours. So it has definitely had success already. Taking that into consideration and the usual time frame of a year per season, I think it will be released in February 2023 next year. Unfortunately for now, that's all that's known about Season 2 of the show. I'm sure more information will be released as time goes on. Are you looking forward to Season 2? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.